The onus is on Hawthorn to take it off them. He goes high and wide, out to half-back. Oh, Barris comes down and rips it out of the sky to Ward, kicks it high. They're hoping the wizard doesn't fly. More juggles. Was that high? It was! Dylan Moore has been tackled high by Darcy Moore. What more can you say? This is for a draw. The clock ticks down to 9 seconds, and Dylan Moore back in the team to save something for Hawthorn. The siren sounds 35 metres out from goal. He kicks for goal. He kicks for glory. It is a draw. A goal after the siren for a draw. Salvaged something out of a game that they really didn't deserve to win. Collingwood didn't deserve to lose. It is a draw. 13-15-93 to 15-3-93 on a night when Collingwood's brilliant set shot set them up for a win. It took a shot for goal for the Hawks to kick straight from Dylan Moore to tie it up.
First in their 174 game history. They've been playing each other in the league, of course, for 101 years. Collingwood 101 victories, Hawthorn 72, and tonight, the first time this Battle of the Birds has been locked up at full time.
It feels like Hawthorn got out of jail. It felt like the whole entire night that they've chased the game. Every time they did get in front, they never really got that 2 goals in front. I know someone will probably correct me, but it just never felt like they were able to break away from Collingwood, and then they had plenty of opportunity going forward, and we just thought the Collingwood structure would, as it does, like just take the game away, but a bit of a sloppy free kick from Darcy Moore on Dylan Moore, and ice cold finish.
He had the opportunity to take the mark too, or even clear the area.
And usual questions arise. I'm a draw man, 2 points apiece.
That's a result.
Correct.
The people who argue it's not a result is incorrect.
Yep.
It's a result. Because the actual way you play the game in the final minute is different, because you can either go in to save the game or you can try and win the game. Or if the scores are level, are you a team that is protecting that and you put numbers back, or you're a team that rolls the dice willing to lose?
Off the top of your head, Beaver, how many, I can't really remember too many goals kicked after the siren for a draw over the years.
Yeah,
Plenty
I remember.
for a win.
McGovern, when he was at the Crows, was that against Collingwood?
The big comeback from 50 points down. Famous game here, Super McPherson back in 87, Footscray against North, and I reckon the first time the Bears ever took premiership points off the Eagles.
We've set him off here.
That was Ray Windsor up at Carrara.
Ray Windsor.
Goal after the siren.
Ray Windsor.
Yeah, I was just thinking of him yesterday.
So there's a few, but you're right. It is a rarity. And
Razor Ray Windsor.
Was it Ray? What was his first name? Certainly his surname was Windsor. Yeah. First time the Bears took points off the Eagles in about their 11th meeting. But few and far between. Our first draw of the season.
Yep.
And Collingwood now 4-3-1, and the Hawks 6-1-1, and of course takes percentage out of the equation for these two sides, unless other teams have draws, and it's always a strange feeling in the crowd of 76,632. Hush, both teams are still out there, of course, plenty of TV commitments. Final score again, 15-3-93 Collingwood to 13-15-93 Hawthorn. So 28 scores to 18. Of those 15 behinds for the Hawks, just 4 of them were rushed. Collingwood's only behinds were in the second term. Dan Houston twice on the fly, receiving handballs missed, and McStay missed as well with a snap around the corner from a set shot. So we'll quickly run through the goal kickers.
Just before you do, the other thing is Collingwood would have almost on the other end of that, weren't they, just 2 weeks ago here when young Byrne had the shot for goal for a draw after the siren.
Was it for a
Taylor Byrne for a draw?
It was, of course. Yep, missed, and 5-point win to the Magpies. Collingwood, Jamie Elliott 3 goals, all in the second half. 2 to Will Hayes, 2 to Jordan De Goey, both in the first quarter. Singles to Maynard, Schultz, McStay, Steen, side bottom, courtesy of a 50-metre penalty, Buller, Ndakos and Angry Anderson. While for the Hawks, 3 goals to Connor McDonald, like Jamie Elliott, all of them in the second half. 2 each to Mitch Lewis and Nick Watson. Singles to Newcomb, Reeves, Dylan Moore after the siren to force the draw, Kelshire, D'Ambrosio and Jack Ginnivan.
I know I've talked about it a lot tonight, but the expected score result would have been a 41-point win to Hawthorn. That part of that is it's. I mean, Hawthorn obviously were inaccurate, but it was more about Collingwood's incredible accuracy. The goals that wouldn't normally be kicked that reflects the difference in that expected score.
First set of numbers for Lamaro's Hotel. What was the final inside 50 count?
62-34.
Massive, isn't it?
Amazing, isn't it?
But what about that last one for the Hawks? Barras, a massive mark down in front of us. And the one thing that was missing for Collingwood was Darcy Cameron. Couldn't get back on the ground after that foot injury. And that's the position where he finds himself quite a lot back there in that hole. And he would have had a big influence on what happened to that ball, I'm sure, if he was on. The what-ifs, that's what they walk away with tonight, both sides.
Both teams are still out there. No one knows who to go off first.
Well, what a night it's been. 10:15 in the evening on the last day of April, and the temperature is still 17.3 degrees.
Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think they're both out there because
both doing interviews.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where do we want to send Eddie? That's more the important question.
And Julian. They're going to have to wrestle for it. Old sweaty Eddie. But the game, though, it felt like it had big moments from players who took 5-10 minutes of the game. The Wizard Watson, either side of half-time, the pace. We saw McDonald's moments. We saw Elliott have moments. De Goey certainly had moments. It felt like those high-impact players. There was a lot of stats late where both sides were sort of knocking it around, but it felt like a game for those really high-impact players. And they still finished with the footy, but the damage that they did in such a short space of time and the constant battle between the 4 rucks out there on the ground, 2 each, who was in at the right time, who pushed forward and hit the scoreboard.
Isaac, can you talk us through the emotional feeling inside these rooms, contrasting to Hawthorn where it's pretty vacant? How are you feeling and how have you digested the result?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like our room's always pretty vibrant. Lots of family and friends in here, but it is a weird feeling. Like, we don't play footy to draw. I feel like we always want a result, but it is what it is. I thought we played our way for 4 quarters, and there's plenty to be proud of.
When Tom Barras takes that mark in the 40 seconds left on the clock, as a defender, how real and how tough is the scramble to make sure everyone's in the right positions to try and prevent a Hawthorn mark or free kick?
Yeah, well, I think at that point I was absolutely cooked. So I was just, and I was playing on the Wizard as well, so you definitely have your hands full when you're playing on him. So I was just trying to find where he was and be physical and kind of not let the team down in any sense. So it's very, very frantic. Everyone's super desperate in those last moments, and it can genuinely go either way.
Isaac, Jimmy Bartel here. We really appreciate your time and well played. Hey, last week we saw you guys get your mojo going with the forward ball movement. Tonight we were so impressed that once you turned the footy over, you came back through them really quickly. Was that Hawthorn specific, or is this something that we're now starting to see in your game and we'll see it more often as the year rolls on?
No, I think it's just something we've been working on, to be honest. I mean, obviously earlier in the year we were kind of missing that connection going inside 50, and I think probably over the last 3 or 4 weeks we've really put a lot of time and effort into it, and it's been awesome the last 2 weeks to see our really dangerous forwards get great looks and also convert. Like 15 goals 3 is a testament to what those boys are doing at the training track, so a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, you do get the worst jobs in footy. You always get some nippy forward or some creative forward.
Yeah.
The Wizard tonight, when they've got that much wheels, you've got to sort of back off. But if you back off too far, he's very good on the front and square. I don't envy your task.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer to him is, to be honest. He's an absolute star, and just the way that he attacks everything with pace, it makes it extremely difficult to defend. But I just tried to play to my strengths, and when I could, impact in the air, because I guess he's most dangerous at ground level. If it doesn't get there, then my job's a lot easier. So Pez did an incredible job in that first half, and then I think I had to really lift after that as well.
Isaac, Joel Selwood up here. I could give you one hint. I could tell you to get your midfielders to win more clearances, because it was an absolute bath in there, 39-23 on the night. So make sure it's down the other end, then you won't have any trouble at all. But you had some midfielders that hit some really good form, I reckon, tonight. Obviously, Nick's been doing it all year, but Jordan Ngoe early in the game and Dan Houston off that back line really got involved in the game. You had winners all over it.
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of our boys in that engine room were getting after it. Even people like Ned Long, I thought the way that he competed in there and pressured after having a week off was incredible. But yeah, we definitely love when Geordie's getting on the end of a couple goals, because we know how much of a super talent he is.
Isaac, third draw you've been involved in. The other two were within a month of each other. Back in 2024, Anzac Day and Freo over in Perth.
Yeah.
Given your first response tonight, are you happy? Not happy's probably not the right word for it to be 2 points each, or would you like to see extra time or some other way to decide who gets the 4 and who gets 0?
To be honest, I was pretty cooked. So when the siren went, I was pretty tired. But I'm not really sure with that one. I feel like I like to see a result, but at the end of the day, I thought the way that we competed was incredible, and it just made for an awesome spectacle.
Guys, we're going to have to wrap that one up there. Q, thanks so much for your time. All the best for next week.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Ned Reeves standing alongside me. Ned, talk me through the emotional feeling at the moment.
Yeah, it's a weird one. But this is my second draw now. So the last one was in COVID, so there was no crowds. This is probably even weirder. But I think, yeah, especially when you kick the goal to make it a draw, it's like you're happy that you got a draw, but it's still a bit somber.
Bizarre feeling. First time Hawthorn and Collingwood have played out a draw, which is quite incredible in their history.
Yeah.
Talk me through the behind is kicked. What's the talk like on the field to get that set up, and then Tommy Barrass's big mark before we saw that aggressive play?
Yeah, that was a great mark. We just wanted to make sure they couldn't get some easy marks, especially the last 10 minutes. They were taking just a few uncontested marks and trying to soak some time off the clock, which is fair enough, what a good team should do. And we just wanted to make sure we were pressing, just not let that happen. If we force them long, we at least give ourselves a chance.
Reezy, congratulations tonight. Joel Selwood up here. I thought you were outstanding the way that you pushed forward and put pressure on the Collingwood Talls too, mate. But speaking about these late in game scenarios, I know it's only early in the season, and as the season goes on, how much do you actually have you worked on it being so early?
Yeah, we do a bit. We probably more so only once the season kind of gets towards the closer to starting, but especially as mids, our little centre bounce crew probably do. That's probably where we do the most, especially like that game against Geelong, where we got these little plans and stuff for if we're either to save the game or win the game, and we almost pulled a really good one off late this game as well. So yeah, we definitely talk about it, but the general play, we know we wanted to press them up, make them kick long, and we got that in TB, got the mark, and we gave ourselves a chance at least.
Ned, Jimmy Bartel here, mate. Well done on your performance. You probably got to go to the coach and say you'd be a Coleman medalist if you played full-time forward. Hey, I just want to ask you, it was a fascinating battle, of course. 4 rucks out there, legitimate number
yeah, it was
one.
Awesome. Get more.
Yeah, more of you big guys. Don't once we go off there, we'll tell you what we think about ruckman. But how do you actually do it? Is it match-up based or is it minute based? Because were you a match-up for Steenie, or were you the match-up for Cameron, or was it just the fact that you'd played your 7 or 8 minutes and it just so happened who they put up against you?
Yeah, we do it mostly minute based. We kind of just play half, and then if someone's going really well, they might just stay out there a little bit longer, or if there is a certain matchup we notice, then we might do that. But generally we just kind of play half, and then end up feeding the hot hand.
But the option going forward with both of you on the ground, particularly tonight, or is it that going to be a week-to-week thing where you just rotate off the bench?
Yeah, can you tell Sam that? We've been trying. I think that only happens once if the tall forward goes down. But it's nice when I think with having the two of us there, we're a bit fresher. We actually can push forward, not get too cooked throughout the game, which was nice. Yeah, it was nice today. I just can't believe I missed that one, but it's all right.
Ned, Anthony Hudson, you must be so relieved as well and thrilled with the rule change and what that's helped mean for you. You've had to be really patient over the last few years to keep working away. The club obviously wanted to keep you and long-term deal and all that, but It's come quickly, and you've really relished the chance.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, me and Oscar Steen had a quick chat at the end of the game saying, how good's this new rule? I think it's saved both of our careers. But yeah, I love it, and it's been good. I think, especially like me and Miki are quite different, so it's a nice like little 1-2 package where we can throw some different looks at the oppo. Like not many can compete with his strength at all, and then I'll try and get on for the centre bounce as much as possible. And I think Cameron and Steen are quite similar to me and Miki, I guess, in that regards. So it's been nice to get that. I think that a little bit less game time's allowed me to run out of games a bit better.
How hard has it been for the last few years?
Yeah, it's been tough. You get a bit frustrated when you sometimes don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I've loved the club. I think I just wanted to see Dingley at least. We've been talking about that for 10 years, it seemed like.
That's a great answer.
But now we're there, it's great.
Bruce Eva here, Ned. Congratulations on game number 50 tonight. You mentioned at the start you played in a draw in your first handful of games. Hawthorn played in 2 draws late in that second COVID season. Were you involved in the Melbourne one?
I only played the Melbourne one.
The Melbourne one. So no one, empty stadium, wouldn't it have been?
Yeah, that was weird. That was dead silence. You just heard all the players be like, what the hell's going on? That's all we could hear.
Well played, mate, both for this season and tonight. Great stuff, and good luck for the rest of the year.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.